So I got something new. This here, hold on. I've sort of half opened it already just to kind of see it. This is the TESmart. I guess it's TESmart. Their KVM switch. KVM switch because this computer back here I actually have hooked into my PC. This one over here, my Mac. But I wanted to be able to bring my MacBook over here to connect to it to be able to use those monitors if I wanted to. So KVM switch, pretty cool. And I have my Mac Studio, a new Mac Studio coming, my M4. So maybe that'll sit there. And again, I can just kind of move between the two displays. And I thought, nice. Anyways, T-Smart just reached out. Coincidence? Maybe. Is the galaxy looking out for me? Universe? Galaxy? Whatever? Maybe. Maybe not. Anyways, this is the unit here. And this is, and they have a whole bunch of different units that you can get. This is their DP and HDMI. So you can actually have inputs coming from, right, your DP port, your HDMI port. It says 4K 60 hertz 444 color coming through, which is actually really nice. Again, TESmart dual monitor KVM. Now, I'm not 100% sure. I know it does 4K at 60. That's full 4K. Now, I looked on their website and I'm a little confused as to if it can support like some lower resolutions at higher refresh rates. Because, for instance, that monitor back there is at 2560 by 1080. So I'm wondering if I should be able to get higher refresh rates when there's a smaller resolution on the display, which we'll find out. We'll find out. Anyways, this is what you see on the back here, which you have your power, which is excellent. Power is important. You do have a headphone jack. These are going to be your displays going out to your actual displays. So your display 1 and your 2. This is going to be for your mouse and keyboard that are set up there. This is an additional USB. So for me, I have 2 additional things that I kind of want to have connected that are available on both machines. So number 1 would be my Insta360 webcam. So that's going to go in one of them. And then on the front, you actually have another one, which is awesome because you could plug in like a hard drive if you needed access to it. For me, again, what I may actually hook in is a game controller. So I have a game controller plugged into there. These are going to be your actual switches back and forth and your power. But continuing on the back, you'll actually see at this point in time, you are going to have your inputs coming from the computer. So this is going to be your HDMI and your DP from your other computer, HDMI and your DP. And then this USB port is basically, as far as I can tell, I think I haven't looked there. This is the one that actually does all the magic, right? This is a USB port that kind of tells the computer where to send all the signals and all that whatnot. You do have some cooling vents on there as well as some fans. I don't know how loud this is going to be. My guess is it shouldn't be too loud. Anyways, I like that. That's cool. You get a manual. Yes, user manual. So I will keep that just in case. It's a nice user manual though. You know, English, right? Fonts are good and large. Very legible. Look, I'm blooding. See that? Bleeding. Things I do. Injured. Whole bunch of cables. This is where your cables are coming out. Yes. So you do get a tiny little remote. Oh, that's going to allow you to switch between the different modes. Supposedly, you can even have modes where, you know, one displays from your, let's say, Windows computer, and you have another display from your other computer. You can switch them around. Kind of cool. All kinds of coolness. I like that. There's your power. Also important, right? We need power. And then last but not least, we have this, which would be all your cables. So it does look like they supply pretty much all your cables. So there's that wonky one. Remember I said there's that USB. It looks like a printer USB style. I don't think it is. And then you're going to go out to USB, and you have your one is going to be, this is your HDMI. And then my guess is we have another one over here. Same idea. This one would go, is this DP? No, that one looks HDMI-esque as well, I think. Are they both in? Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. That's HDMI, HDMI. What else do we have over here? We have, oh, there's your DPs. DP cables. You get 2 DP cables. Yeah, 2 DP cables. So you got your 2 HDMIs, 2 DPs from computer to the actual KVM switch. You do need to have your own HDMI cables to go out to the actual monitors, but I'm going to connect that all right now, and then we'll see how it actually functions, because that's really the point. Does it function? Will it be magical? All right, 2 secs, I'll be right back. All right, so I've got it all set up, and I was going to hook it into my MacBook Pro, but my new Mac Studio arrived, so I actually put my new Mac Studio over on the old monitor, well, my newest monitor, where my Mac Studio used to be, and I moved the old Mac Studio here so you guys can see it. So I go from Mac Studio to this dual display, and my little HP gaming PC to this dual display, which is cool. Plus, I also have this keyboard, which I really like, and this mouse. This is the mouse that I kind of use for both. I do have a wireless mouse right now that's only connected to the PC, but this is the one that switches between, because it's cabled and it was easy to kind of test. So as you can see here, I'm running on Mac. Yes, yeah, I got my Mac up here. This is all set up. Now, one of the things to realize when you are running Mac with this, because when I reached out to them to tell them what kind of setup I was using at the time, and I was using a DP port and an HDMI for one monitor. So it was DP for one and HDMI for the other. But when you come out of the Mac, of course, the Mac only has one HDMI port that comes out, and you need to have 2 ports. So just kind of realize that you do need to have 2 ports. So if you have the HDMI port, you're good. But then you need to have some kind of adapter. So I needed to have an adapter that went from Thunderbolt to the DP port so that I could actually convert that to use this. So just kind of be aware, if you're running on a Mac, you may need to get an adapter, because you should possibly have the HDMI port if you're on a new enough Mac. So you're not going to have like 2 video out ports, like an HDMI and like a DP port. So you will need to have a Thunderbolt port or a Thunderbolt adapter to kind of get this to work properly. Anyways, PC connected, fine. I have it as computer 1. With the adapter, I have the Mac Studio connected as number 2. Right now, we are using the Mac. But if I want, basically, there's this nice little button on the top that says select, and it goes from your configuration 1 to configuration 2. So you just click on that, as you can see, and it takes a second, and boom, boom. There you go. I am rocking on the PC. My mouse is working just fine, and my keyboard works just fine. So I can kind of go down here and, click, typey. We're all good. And then I want to go back. I hit the select button on the switch. And again, it takes a little bit of time. Boom, boom. Not too long. Actually, probably faster than I thought it was going to be. And again, my mouse works completely fine. I can come in here. I can click on this and type on this. Everything works. Keyboard works fine. It connects really good. I also have on the back, with the extra USB port, I have my webcam set up. So the webcam works as well. So you can kind of see here, if I bring up on the Mac, I'll just bring up, let's say, FaceTime. So we have FaceTime here, and it should just fire this up. There we go. For some reason, it's really nice and close, but doesn't matter. It's functioning. I think you do want to make sure it's turned off when you switch, because when you switch, of course, it's going to lose that connection. So if I switched back here, for instance, back to the Windows computer, and let's say I brought up Insta360, which is what this camera is. So the actual link controller, again, same thing. I got Windows up. This is connecting right now. It came up on the other monitor, but it doesn't really matter. There we go. Still, again, nice and close. I think it's because I have auto framing turned on. So I'm going to just click that back. There we go. That looks better. Whole body, right? So I can even switch that between both. Even my webcam is working. So I love that. That's fantastic. Now you will see 2 extra little buttons here. And this allows me, if I wanted to, like display 1 and display 2. So let's say on display 2, I just wanted to click. I hit the wrong button. I click here on this little B. And then what happens is that I can click on this. I have them set up backwards. That's B over there. But I can have it so that I have my Windows display on one, and a Mac on the other. So you'll see, I'll do a little overlay. So I have my Mac on this one and the Windows on this one now. So I can actually spin that again. That'll put it back to Windows. If I want this one to be, let's say Mac, because I have this one on Windows right now, I can just click on this. It'll go through. Once it figures out what I'm asking for, right, I should get the actual Mac screen that shows up on this. There you go, right? So you have that ability now to switch. So if I wanted to be running Windows and Mac, the one thing to realize is that you can't have your mouse and keyboard on both. So what happens is your primary stays on your primary. But let's say you had your Windows up, you were working on it, doing whatever. But for me, my Mac is where I get all my mail and stuff. So I could have my mail screen up here, or I could have the music app up here, or I could, whatever, something that I just need to visually see it. I could do that. And then of course I can just click on this to switch it back so that it goes back to that Windows screen to have it back the way it was normally. And now I can kind of switch back and forth. Now, the other thing is you do get the remote. Remote kind of does something very similar to what the actual buttons on the front of this unit does, right? It's just a little bit more quick access because you can have them kind of set up for going back and forth and doing that same kind of thing, just kind of moving around. It may be a little easier just because you can know that this button does this and this button does this versus just kind of having the two buttons. Functions, sure. Will I use it? Probably not, but it's a nice little add-on. You know what? It works good. The other thing to realize too, and I'll just kind of switch back to the Mac so you guys can see that. All right, so I did want to show you just one last thing on here. Remember we talked about 4K getting 60 hertz, which is true. But if you come in here and let's say I do a display, of course we have them, and you'll actually see that because I'm not pushing full 4K, like the one display over here is pushing 3440 by 1400, I can get up to 100 hertz. This display here, same idea. This is actually, this monitor probably could do more than 100 hertz because it's a lower resolution, but it's only 100 hertz display. So it can get over 60 if you're willing to lower your resolution down, right? So if you actually are pushing out lower, you can get higher. So just kind of be aware of that. If you do want to set it up as like a little bit of maybe a gaming monitor, can you possibly get higher? Yeah, not in full 4K, but if you had, for instance, like a monitor like this one here, like a 2560 by 1080 or something like that, you could probably get, 120 hertz to actually be able to push out of it. So just kind of be aware. Other than that, you know what? It's fantastic to be able to switch between these two computers here without having to rewire a whole bunch of stuff, or to have a whole bunch of different cables, or to have a whole bunch of different keyboards and mice. That's a win, right? It's a win. Now they do make a whole bunch of different ones depending on your inputs and your outputs. So if you want to go out to HDMI, if you want to go out to, DP, if you want to just come in from HDMI, if you have mixed, they're going to have different ones out there for you to kind of figure out what you want. But yeah, it works like a champ. All right, guys, I'll put links down below to where you can pick this up. And I think it's a win for sure. All right, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that little notification bell, and I will see you lovely folks next video. Later.